Theresa with Yellow Daisy. Welcome back to our channel. So today I'm in my office and I wanted to bring you along with me as I do a little sewing project. Back in the summer we were renovating my aunt's home, and it used to be my grandparents' home. So we were out in the garage, and while we were renovating we found some really neat things. And I've done a couple projects and videos that I'll link above and below for you if you haven't seen them, of things that I found while we were cleaning out the garage. Well, this crate here is something that I found in the garage. And when I saw it, I thought, you know, I want to make a bench cushion for this crate and put it in my office. So that's what I'm going to bring you along with me today, as I sew a bench cushion using fabric that I got from the thrift store. So this fabric here is actually a sheet by Martha Stewart. It's really thick and it's a real light tan and cream thin stripe, and it was $3. So I had never made a box cushion before and I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on fabric, so I purchased that knowing that if I messed up the first time, it was a huge, maybe a king size sheet, that I had plenty of material to do it again. So I want to bring you along with me as I make this bench cushion. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you're not subscribed, go on and hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. Okay, let's go on and get started. And here are the materials that I use for my box cushion. I found this project foam. It's 1 inch thick at Walmart for about $12. And then I used this batting that I found at Hobby Lobby on sale, and it was $4. I used this to wrap around the foam. You're going to need a ruler, a fabric pencil, good fabric scissors, and then I also use this spray adhesive. And then your fabric of choice. I found this Martha Stewart sheet at the thrift store for $3. And then of course you'll need your sewing machine. Now the first thing you'll need to do is measure the area that you're going to be making your cushion for. And this crate top was 27 by 18 inches wide. So all you'll do is you'll measure your foam and cut it out to the exact size of your crate, bench, whatever you're making your cushion for. And you'll notice that I was able to layer that 1 inch foam 3 times, so my cushion ended up being 3 inches thick. Then I took the batting and wrapped it around just to kind of soften the edges, and I used that spray adhesive to adhere each layer of the foam, and then also to adhere that batting on top and around the foam form. And then I just made sure that the cushion was the correct size for this crate. And now it's time to get your fabric ready for the cushion. So what you want to do is you want to trace the fabric to the exact size of the cushion. You don't want to leave any kind of seam allowance or anything at this time. Just trace it exactly around. And then I took my ruler and just made sure that all the sides were square and straight. Now once you've traced your form, you want to measure how thick your cushion is, minus 3 inches, And then you need to allow a 1/2 inch additional to the thickness of your cushion. So I am going to measure out 3.5 inches from the original traced line of my cushion. And you'll do that around each side of your cushion. Now that everything is measured out, you're going to want to cut your fabric using those outer lines as your pattern for your cushion. Okay, now that your fabric is cut out, you're going to have these little boxes on each corner from the original line that you measured and the cushion allowance that you measured, mine being the 3.5 inches. You're going to want to cut each square out on each corner. This is where you're actually going to be sewing to get that box-like look on your cushion. So you want to take your fabric over to the sewing machine, put those little corners that you cut out right sides together, and then I used a zigzag stitch here, and you're just going to stitch that those two corners together. And then you'll do this on all 4 corners. Also, when you start sewing, do a little back stitch at the top, and then I also did a back stitch just to reinforce it a little bit on the bottom. Okay, so now we get to see if our fabric is actually going to fit correctly on our foam that we've cut. And as you can see, it fits perfect. So now we need to work on the bottom part of our cushion cover. So for the bottom of my cushion cover, I'm going to do an envelope style. What I need to do is measure how long my cushion is, and then I went up about 10 inches from the finished hemmed side of the sheet, and that's where I'll cut it and attach it to the form, my pillow cover. Okay, and now I'm doing it to the opposite side of that sheet. And see where the hem is larger? That is the piece of the envelope section of my cover that's going to be on the outside. The one with the smaller hem is going to tuck inside that larger hem. And just like the other piece that I measured earlier, I came down about 8 or 9 inches just so that I made sure that the two pieces overlapped and the smaller hemmed one would fit inside of that larger hemmed side of the cushion. And this is what the bottom of the cushion will look like once everything is sewn together. See how that small one is underneath the large hemmed? That way it just kind of gives it a finished edge. And then one more tip, when you're wanting to sew an envelope style pillow, you want to leave a little bit of the side hem unsewn from your actual cushion so that
it can tuck underneath the top piece of material. So that's what I'm showing you here, how I measured where I need to go on my cushion cover to sew it so that it doesn't sew it completely closed. And the key with the box cushion is when you are connecting the bottom to the top, make sure the corners of the bottom piece of material and the corner of your box hem is perfectly in the center of the two. So you need to pin that secure and then go from left and right and pin the rest of your material. Okay, and now you take it to your sewing machine and sew all around the perimeter. When you get to the corner, you leave the needle down, put the presser foot up, and then you'll twist it, making sure all pieces are straight and together, and then just continue sewing. And I did do a little back stitch there in the corner just because, you know, you tugging it, getting it on and off the cushion. I just wanted to have a little bit more reinforcement. And then also don't forget your bottom edge there. Don't go all the way to where the other side of the bottom of the cushion meets, because you want to be able to have that little flap that fits inside underneath that top portion of your cover. Okay, now it's time you put your cushion cover on your cushion. And this project took me a little under an hour and just under $20 to make this custom cushion for this vintage old wooden crate that I found in my grandfather's garage back in the summer. It allows extra seating in my office in case it is needed, and also I just love the old world look that it gives in front of my desk here in the office. Leave me a comment below if you've ever made a box cushion of your own, and also give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Also hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, friends, bye-bye.